Well, let's talk about something a little bit more difficult, which is going to be annoying and yucky to bring up, but you can take it out on all these guys downstairs afterwards.
Yeah.
So you had a tough outing on our last MTL. Let's maybe just tell me the story from your point of view. Like you had, first of all, the weight cut was fucked, so we'll start from there. What happened on the Friday?
So I cut weight on Thursday, and then I was probably only 300 or 400 grams off. Then I went to 500 grams. I would have been off, and then I woke up early that morning, hopped in the sauna blanket because I had 300 to go, and I was feeling fine. And then once I finished, I hopped up in the bathroom. It was like old-fashioned that the bathtub had like a vanity above it, and then it went to the shower. So I stepped up onto the scales, hit the top of my head up here on the edge of the vanity, and face plant straight to the ground where my neck was all kinked up. My left hand was in a pool of blood, and then I've gone into shock and I've laid back and like, yeah, it was a horror story. And then I remember hearing Dad do something in the kitchen, and I've yelled out like, Dad, Dad, Dad.
Yeah.
And yeah, I couldn't imagine how he would have felt. Like, open the door, and yeah, later on, like now we talk about it, open the door and he's like, it's a murder scene. There's blood everywhere. You know, I'm kinked up near the toilet with my neck all jammed up. This is Friday morning of weigh-in, 6:30 a.m.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, Dad eventually sat me up, sat me on the chair, realized the type of the gash on top of my head. It was gaped open. I've got some pretty sick photos of it. And then my first reaction was, don't call Nakia, don't say anything. Let's get this sorted and we'll see how we feel at 10. And he's like, okay, righto. So we went to the private hospital, and then they bring me through, and then I'm trying to explain to them that I had slipped over in the shower and I was getting ready to go to work. And then they weren't believing a soul of that because, yeah, my face is sunken in. I'm dehydrated. I've just experienced a weight cut. And then they put 5 stitches in me. And then yeah, they're trying to hook me up to the drip because obviously they could see that I was dehydrated. And I was like, no, I'm fine. Meanwhile, like every single person understands it in weight cut. You have the worst taste in your mouth, and every time you speak, it's like, so every conversation is like that. Yeah, we got stitched up. Holly was with me. Holly came with me as well. We hopped back in the car. So this is some crazy shit. This is gonna be one hell of a story. And then Dad's like, still want to do it? And I was like, yep. Then got to the weigh-in, weighed in. Everyone was like, oh, what happened to your face? And I was like, nothing. And then prior to the weigh-in, yeah, Dad called Nikki and just said, hey, I'm just letting you know, this is what happened this morning, but you don't need to stress. Brendan's going to be there. Brendan's going to turn up. Yeah, and then I weighed in, refueled right. My mobility coach fixed my neck, so I was like on a U-bolt. And within a couple of hours, he fixed my neck, had it back to normal. And then the next morning, woke up, was good to go.
Did you feel protective of your face? Like, were you concerned about it? Going into the fight, do you think?
I wasn't concerned. I just didn't know how long I had until I know I can take a shot. That was my biggest problem in that fight. I was like, I need to get in there and get it done. And I need to like fight with my heart. And yeah, and that's a mistake. I went back to the old-fashioned me where I fight with my heart, not my brain.
Yeah, just come in firing, huh?
Yeah. So in terms of that's a terrible experience, but what I have taken out of that is insane.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's what the sport's all about. Like, everyone needs to be included in sport and activity, but there are winners and losers because there are people that you need to push themselves as hard as they possibly can to even see what their potential is. If you lose a fight, it could break you and you could go, fuck you guys, I'm out, I was the best cunt there was, and you haven't learned the lesson. The lesson is what you just said. 100%. Fuck it, I went through some hell. And it's awful to lose in front of that many people with that many people believing in you, wanting to back you. Like you said, you've got little kids coming up to get your trading card signed.
The hardest thing is they're not coming to watch me lose. They're coming to watch me win. But that's what's just played on my head. Like, everyone has taken off work. Everyone has spent their hard-earned money that they've worked all week for to buy a table ticket, to buy a ringside ticket, to buy the live stream, whatever the scenario is. I'm going to go out there and perform for them at my best ability. Like, whether it goes distance or not, I'm going to give it my all.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it just wasn't my night. Lek was too sharp.
Yeah. And he was clever dealing with you, as any good high IQ fighter is. So that's good. Like, in that, if anything, like you said, it shows you exactly what you need to work on.
Oh, for sure. But Lek was the better man on the night. Lek gave me a touch up. Take the fall means nothing to me. I just see it as the general fight at 100%. It might not have gone my way. It might have went the same way, because Lek is crafty. He's strong. He knew what I was going to bring from round one, and he has an awesome corner. So, like, yeah, I was pushing shit up creek before, whether the fall was happening or not. So. And
how good to have an experience like that, to see, like, that's what people feel like when they fight you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now you got to taste your own medicine a little bit. Like, oh fuck, now I got to fix that part so I can be that guy.
Yeah, 100%. And it gives me more drive to be more of a nightmare. That's why, you know, in the past 6 months, I'm fixing every mistake I have. Things that they're like, oh, Spainy doesn't do this, or Spainy doesn't do that, or he's not strong in. I might not have done it, but I'm a powerhouse in that area. Come try it now. Like, exactly like life, you know, you have a small setback. It's up to you to determine whether you're going to have a sook about it and go a different pathway, or you're gonna realize where you went wrong, what areas of the game you need to fix, and come back and be better and be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because fuck being a victim, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, what's the
100%.
point? Yeah, man. Oh, I'm so excited to see you back in action. Like, I knew full well, like, as soon as we seen that fight playing out the way it was, and how when they had to stop it because of the cut, I just knew, I was like, this is fucking dangerous for anyone who ever fights Brandon Spain again. Because you're not the kind of dude that's going to just lay down and take it. Like, there's no way.
No.
You will, because I've known you, we've done this interviews several times now, and I've just gotten to know you over the years, and it's like, dude, that is... If anything, like, the worst thing you can possibly do is put Brandon down, because he's going to come back so much worse.
But I take everything so to heart that I'm willing to die in the ring. I honestly am. That's why it's a credit to my corner for looking out for me, because I might not be here having this conversation because Lek put my nose even further across my face later in that round, or whatever the scenario is. So that's where it goes under. You got to have a smart corner to look out for you, because us as fighters, of course, we don't want to stop.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what were you feeling like when your dad was saying, like, when they were weighing up whether to let you keep going? What was going through your head?
I came back. I remember it clear as day. I came back to the corner and I was like, I got hit with a big elbow. He's like, yeah, put your hands down, you dickhead. and then he's like, yeah, your nose is pretty broken. And then he's like, shoved the cotton buds up there. And then, like, I was just getting this insane pain, like, radiating through there. And it's because of the break of my nose, because it was pushed across. And then that little nick through here. And then I said, give me just please one more round. And then the doctor's come over and he's like, you need to stop the bleeding on this cut. And then this one's like, yeah, if you see in the Warriors of Hong Kong video, you see him, my dad put the towel just over it in the nick of time, but it was just gush and blood.
Oh, man. So
I wanted one more round, which, who knows, I might have been able to catch him, or he might have caught me.
Yeah.
So, but the biggest thing for me is I'm not living in the past at all.
Yeah, man.
I'm just going to learn from this lesson and move on through it. But I haven't been to distance in a very long time. So it was good for me to get a taste of my own medicine.
Yeah, fuck.
And prove to myself that, yeah, you can stand there with the best.
Yeah, and you only know this about yourself. Like, this is the whole thing of Muay Thai, right? Their job is to bring out the best in you. Your job is to bring your fucking best so that they have to rise. They have to live to their potential. And if anything, like Lek has given you that incredible gift to see exactly how good it is to be with the best of the best in the ring, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. All my favorite fights are against former world champs, people with over 250 to 350 fights. And it's because if you don't show up, you're gonna get hurt. Yeah. So the best thing you can do for yourself is just give it 100%. Yeah. And then that's where I am with training, like even more than ever. Like Leon is telling me that I need to have a rest day, and I'm arguing with him on the phone. Nah, it's okay. I feel good. I can do 10K today. No, just stay home and just chill out for a little bit. No, that's all right. And then message him and say, oh, I just did a quick 5. Yeah.
Little rest day today on the side.
But it's like, it's that aspect that, you know, if I had won that fight, would I still have that?
Yeah, right? Exactly.
So I'm grateful for that as well.
Yeah, man. And you fucking, every single thing in life builds up to whatever this moment is right now. Like you said, you don't have to look backward. You just take those experiences and you build to become the better version of you today.
100%. It's not a loss. I just learned.
Yeah. Well, we cannot fucking wait to see you back in there.
I'm super pumped. And I'm excited to fight another high caliber athlete. That is quite active. I think his last fight was in China against a world ranked kickboxer. So he's fighting quality as well. And yeah, it's going to be an awesome show.
Before we go to the main event, ladies and gentlemen, one of the quick words to Brandon. Brandon, that was shaping up to be one epic battle. One thing we always know, when you step in center ring, you bring the fight, you bring the action, you bring the fun. And the crowd loves you every second. Today, mate, those cuts are pretty vicious on your head. And your pop decided to call today, and not the result you wanted, but mate, we were loving what you were giving us right before then.
Did I entertain you?